You guys just got out of macroeconomics. As always, macroeconomics is a night class, so I get out of it at night. I have a few updates. So my accounting test is Thursday, but then my macroeconomics test is also Thursday. So I'm about to get test rushed like hella hard. So I gotta be ready for that. And that actually does seem really crazy to have both on the same day. But as long as I can keep everything on the up and up, it should be good. Macro is relatively easy to study for because you're given a review sheet rather than making your own for accounting. So I'm going to put a lot of work into studying accounting. And that isn't to say that I'm not going to study macroeconomics with like the same like vigor. But it's to say that macroeconomics is not as high of a concern for me. Let's see, right now we have a very bad connection. Oh, it just fixed up. Yeah, doing all these streams like outdoors, they don't always have the best connection, especially when you pass by buildings. I think what happens is the phone tries to jump onto Wi-Fi and then jumps back onto LTE, and then it essentially does neither, so you don't get anything out of it. But anyways, I actually have a lot to talk about other than I have 2 tests Thursday. And a lot of these things I'm going to make into like independent videos later on. But like one big thing that I like to talk about is, oh, here we go. Yeah, connection is back. One thing I like to talk about is how does key propulsion work in Dragon Ball Super. So spoilers for Dragon Ball Super are ahead if you're not caught up with the series. But recently, the Tournament of Power started, and in the Tournament of Power, you're not allowed to fly around the arena. But Krillin and okay, so yeah, Tournament of Power, Dragon Ball Super spoilers, blah blah blah. Krillin and Android 18 get knocked out of the tournament arena. Really, Android 18 gets knocked out, and Krillin jumps out to go save her. He grabs her and then shoots an energy blast, a key blast, out to the side that propels them back into the stadium. But they're in a fucking void. You like fall. Like, like there's nothing outside of the stadium. There's not a thing that exists that we've been shown that you could like hit a key blast off of. Like, if Krillin was to shoot a key blast directly at the ground and it would propel him up into the air, I totally get that. I'm like, oh, yo, David. Sorry, I just kind of left. Yo, right now we're talking about key blast propulsion and how it doesn't make any sense. But it's like our... Okay, so I'm walking with David, so I don't want to spoil any Dragon Ball Super stuff with him. So, like I said, I'll make a video about that one later. Also, I already talked to David about the DC metal thing, so I don't want to be redundant. So I'll make a video on that one later too. I had another one. What the fuck was the other one? Oh, is Akira Toriyama really the main villain of Dragon Ball? I think the answer is yes. I'm not sure if it can be debated around, but like, he essentially already said he's the god of all gods, and he created everything, right? But he's straight up doing this shit for his own entertainment. Like, maybe. So, you guys went through a lot of turmoil recently, Goku. Who's to blame? It's like, probably the nigga who made everything, and he just keeps messing with our lives, specifically. Yeah. I mean, and you could always argue that Toriyama, like, also must be, like, the greatest hero, right? Because he writes in all the happy endings. But, like, whenever people die, or, like, there's, like, a really heavy consequence that niggas just have to live with, that being said, Dragon Balls exist. You know, like, it's Toriyama's fault. Because he didn't just create everything. He's, like, willing everything. You know, like, if it wasn't for him writing more shit wouldn't happen. I don't know. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
He's evil.
You're down with the evil thing?
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like he's fucking around too hard. Because what made me think about it is that there's a video about Xeno and how like he can just erase people and universes and shit. But it seems like Xeno is really happy about it. Whenever Xeno erases a universe, it's not like, oh damn, I'm sorry that all these people no longer exist. My boy raises his hand, has the biggest smile in the world, and it just goes away.
Smile, or the hand, or
Everything
everything else.
else. The argument that the people in the video made was either he's really naive, because he didn't know anything about the multiverse, and he didn't know that like alternate timelines existed, because it's not like he's the creator, because confirmed Toriyama's the creator, and that's like how... Yo, dude, good to see you, Jay. Oh, sweet, it reconnected.
I'm gonna go hit the...
I'm sorry. And then immediately disconnected.
Dang, how are you so good at that?
What? I mean, it's what I do.
Like trying to trick you with the hand thing, and you always just... What is this?
Oh, this is a live stream.
Oh, another YouTube one?
Yep.
Nice.
I can't really tell how good the shot is when I film like that. Let's see. I was talking to David about... Oh, I changed it to Akira Toriyama as like the main villain of Dragon Ball. Like, you have... It's just... That's the end goal, right? You can't go any higher after a certain point. I'm not saying there'll be a episode or a manga chapter where it's like, so you finally meet me, Goku. Like, it's not gonna be like that, but like, if he is the god of all gods, as he claims, I mean, he wrote it, I mean, he's right?
I mean, if they do, you can't beat them. Because, like, I forgot where I heard it, but I think someone who was an official and who was like in charge of Super, it's oh, okay, I don't know. I read or heard somewhere that Goku and Vegeta are probably not going to get any stronger than Beerus in power level wise. So.
I'd say an argument against that point would be, so you know how in Super, spoilers again for anyone who hasn't seen Dragon Ball Super, or is just behind.
I haven't seen it yet.
There's a mortal who's stronger than a god of destruction, right? That exists in the universes.
Yeah.
And right now they're hyping up Jiren.
I don't think it's Jiren though.
A lot of people are like assuming it's Jiren.
I don't think it's Jiren.
You don't think it's Jiren?
I don't think it's.
You think it's a character that we've like yet to see?
It's probably one of the ones in the higher tier universes.
See,
I've always assumed it was that because I'm assuming it.
Like, what else would you have otherwise?
Yeah, like why would it not be in one of those?
A lot of people are arguing that the universes that have higher mortal levels. Also, thanks for watching and thanks for the like. A lot of people are saying that the universes with the higher mortal levels, they're like better organized by their Kaioshins, but it doesn't have to do with like actual strength.
But we don't really know what the mortal level is to begin with anyway.
True, because
Thank you.
they haven't really explained it very well. But a lot of people are kind of writing off the other universes that weren't in the Tournament of Power. But I feel like...
I don't think so.
Not writing them off as in like they won't be in the story, but people are like, we don't think there are like more threats to deal with in those. Like, no one's talking about that, like as discussions, or at least not that I've seen.
I mean, I don't see why not, considering
True.
that, I mean, the only place that's weaker than the universe 7 is 9.
And it doesn't even exist, yeah.
By mortal level, and then now it doesn't exist. But, I mean, then again, you do have, like, Goku and them, who, even though, despite being in the lowest now, are, like, one of the top people. Probably, like, Topo and Jiren probably the only ones that can go toe-to-toe with those two. Well, except for the universe 2 people. There probably are some people that can go toe-to-toe with Goku and Vegeta, but still. I mean, they're a higher mortal level. There's more inclined to be, like, I guess, stronger. I guess, at least I think so. I mean, otherwise, Universe 9, I mean, this seems to be the trope. Universe 9 is really, like, trash.
Yo, we got another viewer. Make sure you hit that like button, and thank you guys for watching. I mean, true. I feel like the mortal levels thing is still very debatable. You know what I don't think is debatable, though? So again, Dragon Ball Super spoilers. What the fuck did Krillin shoot an energy blast at for him to fly back into the arena? Are you caught up?
I watched the episode.
Yeah, what'd you think? How did he do it? What did he shoot it at?
just use enough force.
That
to
doesn't
last.
that doesn't make sense, Jay. Okay, so
I mean, granted, I'm not sure how physics or whatever thing if that still works in that space. Because I was thinking about that too. If it's a world of void, I'm not sure if that still works, but it probably still does. I don't
mean,
know.
it should if he shoots the ground. My problem is he's out in the void where
No.
you fall and there's like you fall.
Well,
There's not like a floor.
If he has enough force from his palm, if he just puts enough force in there, he can propel himself places.
That still needs to hit something.
No, not really. Not necessarily. He doesn't have to hit anything to propel him.
Then I don't. Isn't that how force is generated though? Like if I'm out in space and I'm just floating around, are you saying if I push really hard with my hands at nothing, that I'll like float?
That's like
somewhere.
Let's see. It's like have you seen Martian?
No.
Well, in the movie, he stabs his suit, and the suit shoots air out of it, and it propels him. So it's kind of like that. Because he has air in his suit, and when he does, and the suit has a certain amount of pressure inside of it. But since there's no pressure outside in space, he cuts it. The air shoots out to try to balance the pressure. What's coming out is at the same pressure of what's in the suit. So it's better than it's larger than the outside pressure, so it propels him forward, and he calls it like being like Iron Man. But,
Yeah, like the repulsor kind of thing.
Yeah, so but that's kind of the same thing that happens with Krillin. All this time it's just he's shooting it.
That makes more sense, I guess, because of the zero gravity thing. But this is not zero gravity. This is like he is falling. He is, and like he has been shown to like follow the rules of gravity. When like Goku shot Ki into the air, when he was fighting Hit, and the Ki comes back down and like resuscitates him. Like Ki goes like wherever it goes, and you can slap it out of the way and stuff. Like
That's my best.
yeah, it doesn't.
That's better. It makes sense for that.
Let's see, the other topic, and all these topics we're talking about, I want to make really big videos of too, but I also really like being able to talk it out with people. So thank you again, Jay. You're awesome, as always. Yeah. So the next one is DC is doing this big event called Metal, and I've been really excited for it until I read, like, the third Metal book, and it's not like Metal number 3. They keep doing this thing where it's like, the first one's called The Forge, and the second one's called The Craft, or whatever. And it's dumb. But they just revealed that meta-humans have, like, this metal in their blood, or whatever. And that's why they're meta-humans. And it's like, what about the metagene stuff that we've heard from, like, other things before? And if it is metal in your blood, then if you're a meta-human and you do, like, blood transfusions, like, do those people get powers, and why hasn't anyone drawn a connection? And
That's making everything complicated than it needs to be.
yeah, apparently hospitals like have been registering that people have like this strange metal in their blood, but they can't recognize the metal because it's not from our world. And the way that they've been registering all the people, like all the blood samples, has been META, but they don't put the L part. So they're metas or whatever. But how does that explain like genetics? Like when two metas have a kid, that's also a meta. How does the metal go from them to them? Does it travel in sperm? Is it in eggs? Do like the eggs get metal too?
I assume so.
Like I don't.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It sounds really like a bunch of crap.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my head around it.
Joker and Batman, in the like Batman comic series, had a Dionysium, which is one of these like special metals, get into their like system. And I knew that Dionysium like gave them a bunch of like bonuses or whatever, but it seemed more like they were really injured, and the Dionysium more or less gave them like a Zenkai kind of thing. Good to see you, Mina. Because like Batman was like in his like best physical shape he'd ever been in a long time. But essentially what they're saying is Joker and Batman became metas. Like at that point, Batman and Joker are no longer like normal humans.
Really?
Yeah, and I wouldn't have thought that until they did the whole like meta blood thing. Like once they said that, I was like, oh, then Batman's not a normal guy, and he hasn't been for like a good minute. Also, Duke, he was one of the main characters in We Are Robin. Um, did you not like get any of the We Are Robin stuff that like happened? It was kind of like Kick-Ass, but like DC did it. So a bunch of like Gotham City like teenagers got together and were like hashtag We Are Robin and started doing like vigilante stuff. But Duke got a lot of special treatment. His parents were killed by the Joker, and well, they revealed that he has, and apparently his mom too, had the special metal in their blood. And Duke, for the first time, is demonstrating that he has powers, and it's really weird.
Who's Duke?
So Duke was the guy who got a lot of special treatment in We Are Robin. He's black. He doesn't have like a superhero name right now. He's working with Batman, and he has like a yellow like bat suit kind of thing. But like again, like no special
I
treatment.
don't think I know of him.
You don't know of Duke?
The last person I know that's added to the Batman was Damien.
Oh wow.
That's an
Josh, good to see you, dude.
What school you go to?
Oh, he
Oh
might.
yeah, you go
be
here, right?
Yeah.
In the
Who?
kitchen.
Oh, the guy. I'm just switching over to laundry right now, so. Yeah. How y'all
Andre.
doing?
Oh, doing good.
Good. You mean Andrew?
Hmm?
Who's Andre?
Laundry.
Oh, Laundry. I heard Andre. I was just saying.
So the Duke having powers thing is weird. It being caused by metal being in people's blood is weird.
Thank you.
I don't know. They're also are retconning like, well, they're not retconning. They're doing it. There's essentially more like it's always been the case, but we didn't know until now kind of thing. Like Hawkman, he didn't start off in Egypt. Apparently, he had like his memories erased or whatever, and there was like time before the Egypt thing that happened.
Whoa.
Yeah, and then like,
This is metal or
this isn't well metal.
previously established.
Oh no, metal is
Explain.
like establishing everything.
Oh, okay.
Explain the Egypt connection.
Yeah.
You heard Egypt and you got really interested. You don't know about Hawkman normally. I feel like you wouldn't. I feel like you'd get less out of it than you think. So Hawkman normally has this big storyline where his story kind of begins in Egypt, and him and Hawkgirl are both involved. Also, cool X-Men shirt. Twinning. Anyways, so what were you talking about? Oh yeah, so that's like a big part of like the Hawkman mythos, but now they're essentially saying that like that isn't the beginning of Hawkman's story though. It goes like farther back, and part of the Egypt thing was that like some of his memories were hidden from him by Hothseth or whatever, and he recently got those memories back. So that's how he like remembers. Hashtag metal, hashtag we need to like make the metals seem really important. Speaking of making the metals seem really important, not only is it the cause for people being metas, but also the relics of Atlantis, they're also made of the special metal. There's like a Shazam blade that's also made of the special metal. Like they keep going through like things that we've seen throughout DC and going like, hey, I bet you didn't know that's also made out of the special metal, and they're like making everything seem connected, even though there was never any like previous like inkling. They also are introducing the dark multiverse, which I think is cool, but it's also really dumb. So DC already has a multiverse,
Yeah.
and Grant Morrison did this big book called Multiversity, where he like maps it out. You get to know where all the different worlds are, and he even left a few with like question marks to where it's like, hey, if any writer wants to do something with this one, there are like openings. But essentially, what Greg Capullo and whoever the other guy is on Metal are doing is they're like, well, there's actually this whole other multiverse that isn't our normal multiverse. No, I don't sit, dude. I'm all about that Stan life. Oh, we got another viewer? Yo, thank you for watching. Make sure to hit that like button. So there's a whole other multiverse that exists, and that's where the metals come from. Right now, 2 viewers.
Oh, nice.
And this other multiverse, and I guess these are like, oh, thank you for the like, truly appreciated. I guess these are a few spoilers for Metal, but like they're spoilers as in like we know stuff already from like promotional images. But the Dark Multiverse has like 7 different Batmen, and it seems like all the different Batmen are like Batman but it's Flash, Batman but it's Wonder Woman, Batman but it's Green Lantern kind of thing. And we've only seen Flash so far through promotional material for a Flash book that's coming out in like October.
That sounds very confusing and unnecessary.
And also apparently in the Dark Multiverse, they're all really evil. Like they're all like Batman levels of intelligence and like strength and ability, but then they're also all like they don't have the same moral compass kind of thing.
Little.
But it goes beyond that a little bit too. So apparently the Hawk people, like Hawkman and Hawkgirl, have always been connected to the stuff going on with the metal, which makes sense because their wings and stuff are made out of nth metal, which is one of the metals. Apparently there's more than just one that's special. But they've always been connected. But they're also claiming that Batman has always been connected. And apparently throughout the recent run of Batman, like in the New 52, they've been planting seeds for the metal event this whole time.
Yeah.
Bathroom doesn't have toilet paper.
Well, hold on. What did you do then?
I'm just saying it doesn't have toilet paper. I walked in.
You want to go to the bathroom, man?
Huh?
You want to go to the bathroom?
Hey, Jet.
Yeah, Josh.
I got a complaint.
Okay.
Bathroom needs to be restocked.
He says there's no toilet paper. I still don't know what you did.
Dude, you guys just disappeared.
I don't have the toilet paper. I think one of the interns is stealing toilet paper.
Oh, word?
No, like there's like literally no paper anything.
Okay, so
I know.
Oh, like even paper towels?
Yeah, because
Mina,
then they don't have to pay for it.
Mina, what did you do?
I walked in.
Oh, okay.
And
Could be one of the students too.
But I mean, like, did you use the bathroom?
You
I'm
streaming?
asking.
No.
Yeah.
Who's
How am I
watching?
gonna use the bathroom?
Currently,
There's
no one.
Nothing.
Oh, we got 2 likes though.
Yay. Ike.
Maybe.
Uh,
Sometimes people will like do a
Ike is one of
comment,
them?
but like no one commented, so I don't know.
all right. Well, good luck on your streaming career.
Ooh, thank you,
I'm
Kyle.
guessing you're doing something else too.
Oh,
Yeah, you
Just
do.
streaming. Okay, not just YouTube, right?
right.
You're gonna go to business school, then you can go to just YouTube because you know how to run a business.
Nah, I'm doing cybersecurity. I got a scholarship in May.
Nice.
He works out too.
I know he does.
I mean, that's not like a job though. I mean, it could.
be a
You
bodybuilder.
lifted Ike yet?
Have I lifted Ike yet?
Like just bench
Ike
press
has lifted me.
I know he has, but have you pressed him?
I haven't tried.
You should try. See you guys.
Ooh, catch you later, Josh.
Whoa, 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 whoa! I got you.
Oh yeah, that actually was really good, Mina. I'm proud of you. Mina opened the door for people who had bags.
Hey, good deeds should be
Thanks,
done in
man.
secret and not displayed in front of the whole community.
There are 0 viewers, so I mean.
Oh, but you're gonna post it anyway, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So whoever views it after that. If they watch this deep in the video.
Yeah,
if
this.
you do, props to you for having the patience.
True. This
Still a law-abiding citizen. Here's my card.
Look at that.
there we go. Everybody's doing good deeds.
So amazing.
I never show my ID. Oh, what was I? Oh, metal. So yeah, they're saying that the.
Dude, is there literally no toilet paper? Like, it's annoying just looking at empty rolls of toilet paper.
Oh, you never answered my question. So when you walked in the bathroom,
I
did you
didn't use
use
it,
it?
no.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was like, wait a minute.
I walked in and I got offended that there was no toilet paper. Because what if someone needs some toilet paper?
True.
What if someone needs some paper towels?
Did you need to use the bathroom?
Not really.
Why
I mean,
did you?
I washed my hands and then I realized there's
Oh, there are
toilet-
no paper towels.
There's no.
either.
There's like one paper towel and I used the last one. And
Oh,
I
there you
forget.
go.
And then I'm
Cool.
like, what, is there nothing around here? And then I looked around to see if there was, because sometimes they'll leave the extras in there, and then
Mhm.
you have to put it in yourself. And that's gonna, being a good citizen again. And then guess what? There's nothing. Oh yeah? Where's the ID?
We know he lives here, Mina.
Okay, there's degrees of law-abidingness. Apparently he's on a lower degree.
Oh, yo, we got another viewer. Yo, make sure to hit that like button. Always appreciated. And thank you for watching. So yeah, they're trying to say that the Hawk people and Batman have been like connected this whole time to the Dark Universe, Dark Multiverse. What I don't like about thank you for the like. I really appreciate it. What I don't like about it is that yo Rose, good to see you. Oh, you got the ice skates. Blah, 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 blah. Bom, 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 bom. Feel free to hang out whenever. Catch you later, Rose. Yo, so, but they haven't really, like,
Answer the question.
said anything to connect the Hawk people to the Bat people yet. Like, that's what's annoying me.
It
Like,
does sound very stupid.
metal in itself is connecting them.
It sounds like they're trying to make a story by connecting stuff that don't really have a clear connection. If there was one to begin with,
Nerd.
and then just for more, it's more story ideas, but they already have more story ideas they can go through.
But look at the
Like-
shirt though. You guys are trying to act like.
They're trying to be original, and then it's annoying.
Yeah, just like the shirt. Just like the shirt.
And kind of dumb, but
You're trying to act all chemistry like
an extra.
periodic table. I just noticed.
No. It was an RA shirt they gave us last year. Other RA.
What's RA radium?
No. Well, that's the element, but
Yeah.
that's not the RA I'm talking about. I want that.
My boy Jay was like, I am not radium.
Healthy.
The shrimp does look really good.
Thank you. Just put a bit of olive oil and butter in the pan on a frying pan, you're good.
Ooh, solid.
Nice. We're learning to cook too on top
How
of
much
this.
money I got?
Hey, I apologize. That
How much money I
Are you gonna give in and buy the pizza?
got? I'm gonna find out how much money I got.
Will he buy the pizza?
Sorry for taking the spotlight on your interview, both of you. See,
Oh, no,
I
you're
just love to hog the spotlight. Hey everyone, how's it going? Comment below how your day's been, because I want to know.
That actually is really nice. Yeah, make sure to give a comment about how I actually do care.
Yeah, you say like
Yeah.
and subscribe, but do you ever say drop a comment?
Yeah, I actually been doing that a lot recently. With the Yu-Gi-Oh ones, I'll have a specific hashtag for them to hit up in the comments. And then if I lose, I let my opponent pick a hashtag for the people to put down in the comments.
DMs.
I was State Man.
Jay wants you guys to put in the comment section, hashtag them DMs.
though.
You're not the
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. If you want to do that, go ahead. But
Where do you go?
What do you mean, where do I go?
School.
Here.
But yo, metal
I just came into the dorm.
is pretty dope. Oh, I got low battery.
You'd be
How low are
surprised
we
that
talking?
There's so many people from all over the place at these dorms, man.
10%? That is pretty low. That's some low
See,
battery.
Gregory?
There's milk with higher percent than this battery. So yeah, speaking of milk, I'm gonna hit up
Oh,
some
dang.
milkshakes. And then
And
I
wait,
just
steak and
thought
shake?
about that. Oh, like, dang, man.
Steak and shake milkshakes?
no, I'm gonna make my own milkshakes, dude.
How good are they?
I'm sorry, I can't offer them. I have a limited supply because
No,
I have to buy
I
the
want
ice
one.
cream and.
I'm full. I'm just saying, how good are they? Like,
I recently learned how to make them better. I used to like hold the mix button down for it to mix the ice cream and the milk, but I realized if you press it a few times, you still have the same amount of ice cream, the same amount of milk, but
So it's
it's
consistent.
thicker though. Yeah. So that's really dope. So yeah, we're actually like almost at 30 minutes. So speed round. How do you feel about Toriyama being the villain of Dragon Ball?
Being the villain?
Mhm.
I don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, if it does, I'll accept it because I'll just watch Dragon Ball anyway. But yeah, if it is, I'll accept it. If not, I mean, I'm okay with it either way.
Key propulsion in Dragon Ball and like
Propulsion.
how that mess works.
I mean, it makes sense to me. At least the way I rationalized it. If that's not what happened, then I don't know.
And then the stuff that's going on in Metal with DC and the Dark Multiverse.
That sounds a lot of complication, and oh my gosh. I mean, maybe thank you. Maybe, I mean, depending on what they do with it, it might be good in the long run. But starting out, it sounds like a lot of unnecessary plot that I guess is kind of poorly made. I don't know. I'm not a fan. Not a fan of it.
One guy in my business class, macroeconomics, compared it to midichlorians in like Star Wars. Like when you suddenly learn that like the Force is like the shit in your blood, you suddenly learn that like the metas have all this metal shit in their blood. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. It's different though. Midichlorians, at least you can be born with. I mean, I guess you
Yeah.
can be born with metal in your blood, but how?
Yeah, they need more background, more reason behind it. Maybe they'll do that later. I don't know.
Yeah.
DCs are constantly changing, so
I still think it's better than Marvel though. Marvel keeps fucking up. It's like too much comic book wise.
Okay, like I don't know about the comic books. Well, like I have a very very old knowledge of comic books. Like whatever happened, like I'm not sure about this the new, what was it New 52 whatever it is.
That's
Like,
DC.
Like the split. No, the split like the old stuff and then how that got erased and now the new stuff.
So you're talking about like Flashpoint between like,
On the,
cause I mean it's literally Flashpoint.
let me look this up.
My phone keeps screaming low battery. How low is it now? 6%. We lost 4%. That was so fast.
Where is it? That's not the site.
Oops. So yeah, I'm gonna finish up the stream before my phone like croaks itself. But it's always good to have you, Jay. Whoop.
Same.
And it's always good to have you guys watching. We really appreciate the support. So thank you guys once again for tuning in. Yu-Gi-Oh is coming soon. What time is it currently, Jay?
It is 9:31.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll make some milkshakes and I'll hit up the Yu-Gi-Oh live stream. If the live stream is a little late, then you know it's because I'm still drinking a milkshake.
There it is. New
So, yeah.
Earth and Prime Earth.
I'll catch you soon. See you guys later. This is Jet Black and Jay.
I was waiting for me to say Jay. Oh, and Jay.
Logging out.